Good morning. Hey, everybody. Sorry I'm little bit late. Welcome to those of you that are joining the replay. Hang tight with me while we let everybody join us, okay? Just begin to breathe into your body. Hello. Hi, Arnell. Good morning, Wilkinson. Hello, Edison. Welcome, everybody. I'm seeing lots of you join. Good morning, Tim. Good morning, Michael. Hey, Sebastian. I had myself all set up 45 minutes ago, and then the camera died, so I had to reboot, and so I didn't get to log in until 7 o'clock. So I'm just going to wait another minute to let everybody get in. Hey, Jeff. Hi, Amel. Good morning, Doug. All right, I'm going to wait one more minute. So as we're waiting, I'm just going to invite you to breathe deep into your body in whatever way makes sense to you. Let yourself fully land here. Hi, Soleil. All right, so I'm not going to have you put your 2 words in today because I got started a little bit late and I want to use all the time to share what I want to share with you. But I do want you to first just take a full deep breath in and close your eyes for a moment. And I want you to let yourself fully land in your own body. And I want you to check in with yourself, and I want you to tap into the 2 words that describe exactly what you're feeling, what you're experiencing at this very present moment. And then, regardless of what those words are that describe your experience in this moment, I want you just to release that. You don't need to change it, just release the energetics of that experience and put your focus elsewhere for a moment. And that focus, I want you to put it in your chest cavity. I want you to breathe into your chest cavity and activate your heart chakra. And as you're activating the intelligence of your heart chakra, I want you to remember that is the infinite intelligence of the universe. There's no separation. In your heart chakra, inside your physical body, there is the infinite intelligence, eternal, infinite, evolving intelligence of the entire universe. You can't separate yourself from that. We can only tune to higher frequencies that allow us to access stronger connection to it. Now, just let that mentally land for a moment. What would change in your life if you truly believed what I just pointed to? It is accurate information, but I never say anything is true because nothing is true until we believe it as such, and then we create our life as if it is true. So I'm going to pose that question again while your eyes are closed and you're deeply connected to the energy of your heart chakra, your upgraded command center in this human experience. How would your life change if you truly believed and then created your life as if it was true, that within inside of you is access to the eternal, infinite intelligence of the one source creator? Feel that. And let yourself wrestle for an answer. Doesn't have to be the answer, but begin to ponder that. How would my life change? How would I think different? How would I act different? How would I develop my spiritual practice? What would be different if I truly believed and then created my life as if it was true that within me is the infinite intelligence of the one source creator? That's a big question, and it's got big answers. Why am I bringing that up today? So go ahead and open your eyes. It's accurate information. At some point, you're expanding into this awareness and having evidence in this year of evidence. Remember way back in January, the theme that the Masters of Light gave us for this year, the year of evidence. The year of evidence of the dismantle on the world stage of the old systems that have kept humanity functioning in the belief that we're separate from Source and that we're separate from each other. And the epitome of the belief of that separation is going to continue to reveal itself in extreme ways. And again, I'm going to use Palestine and Israel as the prime example. That is the epitome of the insanity of the imprints of humanity. In the name of a God that has kept us separate, that we would be willing as a species to obliterate each other when we live this close to each other, based on the insanity of the beliefs that we take on from other people, imprinting us with, and then creating our life as if it's true. The insanity is the evidence of that dismantle, and the evidence on that frequency is going to become so insane that people have to let go. That's the journey we're on, moving through 2024. Outside of the evidence of the dismantle, there's evidence of in you of your expansion and accessibility to this infinite intelligence. So 3 things I want you to take away from this message today, okay? First, I want you to think about what is the evidence you can immediately recall just over the course of this year. Let's make it even shorter than that, over the course of the last 3 months. Wait, let's make it shorter than that. What's the evidence you've got over the last week, since last Magical Monday? What's the evidence you've got that you can point to, that you can, and maybe it's only you can point to it, no one else, because only you know your evolutionary process. What evidence can you see in the way you are shifting in relation to the intelligence, the infinite intelligence of your soul's personality coming online? What evidence is there? It's there. So there are 3 things I want you to take away. The first is, I've been saying this in many different ways. I'm going to say it this way today, and I'm trusting that this transmission is going to really land in you in a way that's going to make a difference. I've been saying that in this evolutionary process, we have got to come to a place where we release and let go this belief that we are supposed to land somewhere. Many of us on our spiritual journey keep thinking that the evidence of our evolution is going to be, I'm going to stop something. I'm going to eradicate, and then I'm going to be in this euphoric state of being where I will have no challenges and no problems, and life will be perfect. Logically, we know that that can't possibly happen, but there's a part of us that treats ourselves that as if I am a failure until I get there. So the piece I want to really help you land on today, and trust that your inner guidance, this infinite wisdom that is releasing all of us from that belief, will expand in you the capacity to let go a little bit more. So the way I'm going to say it is, We've been talking about our Indiana Jones hat. That's my metaphor for staying in a state of adventure and curiosity. Always looking for the clues of what? The evidence, my expansion, my ability to continue to change. So many of you listening to my voice today, either in person or on the replay, you're ready to get this. That's why you're here. So, how accessing this infinite intelligence? Show me what you'll show me. That's you, your wounded persona, talking to your soul's personality. Show me what you'll show me about how I can let go of this belief that I'm supposed to land in some level of perfection. That's the way I want to say it today. You have a belief that you're supposed to land in some level of perfection or evidence to yourself that you've arrived spiritually. You've got to let go of that. That's the message. You've got to let go of that. There is no landing in perfection, and there's no need to, and there's no mandate, and there's no expectation for that from your soul's personality. There's none of that. Those are imprints from the wounded, our alignment with the wounded persona that we created to survive a world that was tuned to the frequency of fear, separation, and confusion. That's going away. Doesn't look like it's going away because it's so rattling. And the snow globe is being shook up. So we are in a very particular portal right now. On October 14th, we had the total Ring of Fire solar eclipse. On October 28th, we're going to have a partial lunar eclipse. I'm going to post an image on the page today to accompany this message. We're in a vortex right now. The way I like to think about these book-ended solar and lunar eclipses is like an accordion, contracting, expanding, contracting, expanding farther, contracting, expanding, and pulling us farther into a new possibility. That's what we're in right now. And you maybe have been experiencing even since last week in this vortex, you may have contracted and felt yourself default to an old familiar way of being. And you may be beating yourself up for that. It's just a contraction. You haven't failed. And you might feel like, there's the validation again of what I'm pointing to we must let go of. I'm never going to hit this perfection. Yep, you're never going to hit it. So release the expectation and see what happens in the next expansion. The graphic I'm going to put on this page is to give you a visual. Every time we have these eclipses and every time we come into these contraction and expansions, I talk about it's a pattern interrupt. When the sun, the earth, and the moon are all in an alignment and the energies are shifted, literally temporarily cut off, it creates a pattern interrupt, right? You've heard me talk about this many times. I don't know why, but in my brain, I always see the picture of me as a little kid standing at the kitchen sink, my mom teaching me to wash the dishes, and I'm watching the water just flow out of the spigot. And I used to love to put my hand under it and slice the water, and it would temporarily stop it, and then you'd hear a slap, 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 and I'm creating this pattern interrupt of this constant flow, right? Well, that's what these eclipses do. They create a temporary cutting off. And this vortex that we're in, that we're moving into this expansion, is taking you and the entire planet into a space where we get to look at ourselves in our shadow, in that part of us that we feel like I'm supposed to triumphantly get rid of this so I can land in this level of perfection. And so you have these ways of thinking about how you're supposed to get rid of whatever it is you're supposed to get rid of. And maybe you've made some significant progress in these shifts of these patterns that you know no longer serve you. And you've got plenty of evidence. Many of you have done really well in your substance addictions. Many of you have eliminated toxic relationships and cut them out of your life. You've got plenty of evidence of progress. You've taken bold, courageous steps in this last year to move in the direction of what you want to create, getting away from your fear that held you back, making you think, I can't do that. And you've got plenty of evidence of the steps forward. Plenty of it. Plenty of it. And some of you are not even looking at the plenty of it right now because you feel so defeated in this contraction. The second piece I want you to get today is this is a season of this infinite intelligence that's inside of you that is ready to, remember I've been saying all year, in this intelligence, in this upgraded command center, in your chest cavity, in your heart chakra, this is your new mind. This is the mind of your soul's personality. It cannot be hijacked. This mind can be programmed by external influences. So this is sending these impulses of thought up into your conscious mind to illuminate your ability to see yourself differently. And that's what this vortex in this contraction, like an accordion we're in right now, that's going to take us to the 28th. And then from the 28th, it's going to expand for the next 3 months, moving us into the new year, moving us through the more tumultuous dismantle we're going to see on the world stage. But right now, we have the capacity to have thoughts coming from the infinite intelligence of Source in the form of our soul's personality, bringing impulses of new thought to clarify and help you see yourself differently as it relates to your attachment, to your belief that you're supposed to evolve into some level of perfection. There's a new release coming to all of us around that. How it will show up to you, I do not know. It's not my responsibility to tell you how. It's my responsibility to tell you, go in, pay attention, watch what comes into your experience in the way of people, places, and things that activate new thoughts of possibility of you seeing yourself through new glasses. To get there, you must be willing to say, oh, maybe I'm a little too headstrong, even on my belief about the progress I have made. Maybe I just need to open my hands, open my heart, open my mind a little bit more to think, see, feel, become different. That's the invitation today, beautiful soul. How willing are we to go, whew, I've been a little hard on myself. Maybe I just need to go in my crystal cave, sit still and say, compassionately, show me what you'll show me. Lovingly, help me see the evidence and then be inspired to move forward from right where I am. What's possible for me right now as things feel like they're getting uglier? They are going to get uglier. Why? We have to see the insanity of our attachment and our alignment to the paradigm of fear that has landed the world in the state that it must evolve from. So if we're looking for things not to be ugly, we're going to miss our ability to see through the ugliness that's going to release us into the new way of being. And that's this vortex. So the final thing I'm going to leave you with, thank you for going over a little bit with me. The biggest thing I want to share with you today is open yourself to a willingness to compassionately and fearlessly see parts of yourself you've been too afraid to look at. And you don't have to figure out how that happens. All you have to do is say, help me open. You've been opening your heart chakra and you've been opening your third eye. Remember all the times we do this with your own jumper cables, connect the two? You can do that. Let's do it now, and that's where I'm going to leave you. Right hand on your heart, left hand on your forehead. This is the intelligence of your soul connecting with your third eye. That's your ability to see beyond your five human physical senses. And we're just going to let the intelligence of our soul open our mind, open our brain, and help us see more clearly because we sincerely want to. No judgment, no fear in our heart chakra. All right, close your eyes for 1 second. Breathe into your chest cavity. In whatever way makes sense to you, tap into your gratitude. Even if you don't feel grateful right now because of whatever has been unfolding in the last 24 hours that has caused you not to feel grateful, override that and find your gratitude for all the progress you have made. Now switch your hands, opposite hand on chest and heart. And now just say to your higher self, show me what you'll show me. I release myself into a vibration of curiosity and sincere wanting to be on this adventure. And I open myself to the loving wisdom of my heart chakra to guide me right from where I am to where my soul's personality is guiding me. And I release in this moment my attachment to fear, and I open to the pure light of my soul's personality. And I commit to that for today. I'm going to stay on that adventure for today. I'm going to stay in curiosity for today. And I'm going to be open, and I'm going to be compassionate and kind to myself. Take a big breath in. Force the breath out to the ceiling. Take your hands off your jumper cables off your heart and your head. And that's where I'm going to leave you today, beautiful soul. Be kind to yourself. Be open and watch the synchronicities continue to show up for you. All right, until next time, be well. Bye for now.